everybody, I'm back with part 2 of my videos showing some of my subadult holdbacks. I figured a lot of people see pictures and videos of babies all the time. Not too many people show adults and subadults, so I wanted to show you guys what some of these things look like as they get bigger. So I just picked a random group of, I think this is 6 ball pythons that I've held back over the past couple of years that should be, most of them should be ready to breed for the 2022 season. So anyway, I just thought I'd show them, and I have them bagged up here so they could all be in one place. I don't actually even know what's in each bag. Like I know which snakes I packed up, but I don't know which one's in which bag. So I'm just gonna start pulling them out randomly, and let's just take a look. So this first one here is a Hypo enchi firefly. So Hypo enchi fire pastel. I just think that just a really cool look. I really liked her. She changed a lot since she hatched. She's really brightened up and lightened up quite a bit. Hypo is short for hypomelanistic. Some people call them ghosts. It basically is a reduction in black pigment. So this would be on a normal enchi firefly. This would be very black with a little bit of blushing in there. But you can see it's much lighter, kind of like a light grayish purple. So that's what the hypo influence does to that snake. She's being a little shy. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get her to really stretch out. I really, really like what enchi does to hypo. I'm trying to get I'm trying to get enchi into pretty much all of my hypo stuff. I don't have a huge collection of hypos relatively, but got some really nice stuff that I'm working on with them. I don't know, she stretched out a little bit better. She's probably about, I'd say 700 grams right now. So she's got an outside shot to get big enough. I'm not really pushing her real hard. I really don't push any of my females to grow up really fast. You know, I feed them when they're hatchlings. I might feed them twice a week for a couple months, but otherwise I feed my holdbacks about once a week, and they'll get as big as they're gonna get with that feeding, and whenever they're ready to breed, then I get them into my breeding programs. I'm just not into stuffing a snake full all the time so that it grows really fast. Like, I don't know, I'm not in that much of a hurry with any of my projects where I have to get a snake from hatchling to breeding in a year and a half. Okay, the next one that I have, this is a bamboo leopard pastel clown. I'm pretty certain that there's pastel in that anyway. When she first hatched, I wasn't sure if, because I think she's maybe my second bamboo clown that I've ever hatched, second or third. I wasn't sure about the leopard gene in her, but just seeing what the other bamboo clowns hatch, the ones that I've hatched over the past couple of years, they look a little bit different from this. The striping isn't quite this perfect running down. You know, that's definitely a trait of the leopard gene. She's also got kind of the leopard looking head too, with really prominent head scales and facial scales. So yeah, I'm positive she is leopard. And then the main reason why I think that she's so light in color overall is pastel. She's a little small for her age. She actually went on a hunger strike for a while. I think she took a couple, maybe a few months off from feeding. A lot of ball pythons do that, of course. Normally it's nothing to worry about. It's a little bit frustrating because they don't really grow a whole lot when they're not eating. But, you know, I just gave her time and I offered her food once a week, and eventually she started eating again, and she's doing fine now. Okay, this next one is a pied, obviously. This is a fire yellow belly enchi pied. And that's one of my favorite pieds that I've hatched out. Really like the way that looks. I definitely want to get Orange Dream into that. When she's ready to breed, I'll probably breed her to an Orange Dream enchi pied or something, or possibly even a super Orange Dream pied of some type. Just really like the colors. She's gotten a little muddy, you know, the pattern. She's got a lot of dark flecking in the pattern. She was a little bit brighter and cleaner when she was a hatchling, but I think she still has some pretty nice bright colors. Enchi typically makes for a low white pied. Fire typically makes a pretty high white pied. So when you have them both in the same snake, they fight each other for supremacy basically, and you end up with a nice mid-white pied. I'm really liking this one. Okay, let's go to clown again. Here is a banana yellow belly clown. She's getting nice and big. This is I believe this is a 2019. So yellow belly is a really nice influencer with clown. It tends to keep the contrast. You know, it's a color enhancing gene in addition to making, you know, ivories and other types of, you know, supers. But when it's mixed into other morphs, yellow belly tends to enhance the color a little bit and kind of sharpen up the pattern. You could see with clown, it gives it these nice wide patterns down here along the tail. It's just, there's some pretty good blushing in there. It just really helps to hold the pattern. You know, banana with clown on its own, most of them, not all of them, but most of them tend to look pretty washed out. And this one's a little washed out. I mean, definitely compared to when it was a hatchling. I mean, this thing was like bright orange as a hatchling. And it's definitely washed out a little bit. But adding yellow belly into the banana clown is a step in the right direction to produce a really nice high contrasted banana clown that'll stay looking really good as it gets older. You know, if you add spot nose into this or leopard into this, you know, there's a variety of other genes you could add in as well to improve on this even more than what just the yellow belly alone does. Okay, and now we're going to stick with the clowns. This is an Orange Dream Fire Clown. I've had Orange Dream in my clown collection for a few years now, and this is one of the nicer ones. You know, there's other genes that I want to add another Orange Dream dose into this. This one, maybe add enchi into this. Yellow belly, of course, would look great with this. The Orange Dream and Fire combination together is what gives it this really light, kind of, I don't know, kind of like almost like a cream color. This snake is doing really well. She should be ready to breed this upcoming season too. And when I'm going through and doing all the watering and cleaning with these, you know, I just look at them and I'm like, oh, I got to do a video on this snake. Got to do a video on this snake. So today I was searching for something to do a video on. You know, we're not hatching many babies out right now, so you know, it takes me a little bit of effort to come up with some material to do a video on, and I was just watering and cleaning them, and I'm like, I have to show these. Like, some of these things I'm just loving so much, and I'm so excited to see how they're progressing and what they're turning into. And I know a lot of you want to see what these look like as they get bigger too, so I figured, you know, why not, instead of just showing more hatchlings all the time, why not show some bigger snakes, so you can kind of see what, if you get into this project, what these snakes are going to look like as they get bigger. She's probably about, I'd say probably 900 grams right now. So she'll definitely be, the way the snake eats, she'll definitely be ready to go for 2022. Okay, next one. This is one of my favorite combos. That's an Orange Dream Yellow Belly Pied female. And she's actually a 2018. She took some time off from feeding, as you know, pieds are kind of somewhat prone to doing. Some pieds do, some don't. You know, I have pieds at, you know, 2 years old where they're 1,700 grams, and I have other pieds that are 2 years old and they're 600 grams. It just depends on the snake. But This one's just about ready to breed now. And I probably could even, I don't know if I could get a late season clutch out of her. I'll probably just leave her on the shelf until next year. But she's doing awesome now. She is an African soft fur eater, typically. She'll sometimes eat a frozen thawed, like small rat, but normally she likes her soft furs. And I'm one to feed my ball pythons whatever they want to eat. You know, we breed our own, some of our own mice, some of our own rats, and all of our African soft furs. We actually breed on site here. And, you know, I'd rather have this snake eat African soft furs and get ready to breed sooner rather than force her to try to eat, you know, try to get her to eat rats or mice and have it take a lot longer because that's not what she wants to eat. So, you know, soft furs are kind of hard to come by sometimes. And yeah, we started breeding them here probably 2 years ago. And I'm really glad because, I mean, if you have any snakes that don't want to eat rats or that were eating rats and then they won't, give them a soft fur or two. Hopefully that'll get them going again. And a lot of times you can switch them back to rats. This one just did not want to switch back to rats though, which is always a danger when giving them African soft furs because that's their preferred food. But I can't get her to sit still. But like I said, if we breed them here, I'll always be able to feed her African soft furs if that's what she continues to want to eat. Sometimes they go through stages though where, you know, they'll get really picky for a few months and then they'll eat whatever you want to feed them after that. You know, ball pythons are just weird animals. They, you know, they'll just voluntarily go off feed for months at a time sometimes. And yeah, sometimes they eat one type of food, then they just randomly switch and they'll only take a different kind of food. I have some here that will eat, they'll normally eat soft furs or mice, or they'll like once every other month they'll eat a frozen thawed rat. So it's just really strange. She does not want to sit still. Getting big though, you know, I always see these snakes all coiled up in their tubs and never really get to see how big they really are. I mean, she's a good 3 feet anyway, maybe even more than that. All right, well, I'm gonna put this one back in her bag because she is not gonna sit still. So that's all I have to show for you today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to visit my website, royalconstrictordesigns.com. We've got a new website coming, hopefully in mid-April. Should be really good, really new, lots of content on there. And I'll keep posting new animals for sale as they hatch. I've got a few 2020s left that I haven't gotten on the website yet. I was actually supposed to do that today, but I think I'm gonna run out of time. So probably next week we'll get some more 2020s up on the website. So make sure to check that out. And I will be back with another video as soon as I can think of something else to show you guys. So stay tuned.